go over a couple devices and we're going to see which ones hold up, which ones fail. This is a clickup, and this one failed on me. I actually got caught by the knot, so probably not the best device to use. I did like this device, but hey, if it fails, it fails. So I'm not going to use that one. I have a new GriGri because someone said the old GriGri catches and the new one doesn't. I don't know about that. I'm going to test it myself, take a couple falls on this one. And I'm also going to use the Revo. I'm starting to like the Revo more and more. I mean, if you look at it, both devices are pretty close to the same size. Some say that the Revo is huge and heavy, but it's really not much difference between the GriGri. The GriGri is a little bit lighter. But the problem with the GriGri is as you're climbing, lead climbing, the rope will catch. And that's a pain in the ass if you've ever done any lead climbing rope soloing. So I'm going to try to take the GriGri first and see if I can get it to fail. I don't think it's going to, but we're going to find out. See what happens. There goes the GriGri. So the problem with the GriGri is it always catches, so you always have to feed rope up, which is great if you're doing any rope soloing by yourself and you're aid climbing. But if you're lead climbing, it's not so easy. Alright, so I got a knot down there to catch me and I'm going to fall. And I went nowhere. Alright. Try that again. A little bit more slack and a fall, and catches. Yeah, feel the GriGri, and this is a new one too. Someone is complaining about the new ones don't catch. Yeah, I would say it does. So I would definitely use the GriGri, a new one. If I was going to do any aid climbing, I prefer to use the GriGri. But if I'm doing any lead climbing, the Silent Partner is probably the best one, but they're hard to come by. You can find them on eBay, usually about 500 bucks, and if you're lucky to get it for less. Nice thing about the Revo is you can feed it both ways. So it doesn't matter which way you feed it. The Revo will slip a little bit, so you do tend to fall a little bit more. So I may be coming close to the knot. Now I did see a video with the Revo stripping a rope. I don't know if that occurs a lot. It could be a couple problems. It could be that might have been a defective Revo, or it's possible they were using a fixed point, so there wasn't any pro in the system to kind of give some give in the rope. So I think he dropped 160 pounds and it ripped the rope up. And if you look online, you can see that, and it looks pretty bad. But I've taken plenty of falls, and I'm 170, 180 pounds, and I've never had a problem. But it's always good to be aware of. And like I said, the Silent Partner is probably the best device for rope soloing. All right, I'll try this one. Revo's nice because you can always feed rope out pretty easily. If you know how to tie munter hitches, they're the best knots to use to keep the rope from slipping down. I wouldn't use clove hitches because clove hitches is a fixed point off of one part. Alright, let's try the Revo. Alright, success. 2 feet from the knot. It catches, didn't split the rope. I've never had a problem. The only thing I can think of is the silent partner is all smooth inside, so it's not going to rip your rope up. The Revo, you can see, has a little bit of grit to it to kind of grab the rope better, and that's what could have split that rope. But like I said, I've never had a problem, and I've looked over the rope and I've never seen any splits or anything, so it's always a good sign. And people do tend to worry about the Revo, thinking they're going to take huge falls, but truth is I haven't fallen that far. I mean, I'm taking like 3-foot falls, maybe 4-foot falls before it catches. So now the only problem with the Revo is once it does catch, it's sometimes hard to unjam. So what happens is the rope actually catches in there, which is good because that'll keep you safe. The problem is if you take a fall, you're going to have to get yourself into a fixed piece and then kind of work your way out of the Revo, out of this knot. And the problem is you may have to anchor and then pull it out, which could be a little dangerous, but it is an option. So I'm going to take this off and try to get the knot or the rope out. So you can see it got stuck in that little gap there. So if you just kind of pull, it'll come loose. But this is what I'm saying, you probably have to anchor into something to do it, which could be a problem if you're a rope soloing and you're hundreds of feet up. But yeah, you can see in the rope, I don't see any problems in there. Didn't do any tears or anything, so that's always a good sign. So yeah, I mean, the Revo works. I would stick with the silent partner if you have one, but this is a lighter device, and it seems to be dropping in price, so it might be a good option for the future. So, all right, until next time, I'll see you out there.